Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So, as longtime viewers know, and as I mentioned in another video recently, I give credit where credit's due. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. If someone is right about something, I'm going to say it, I'm going to admit it. So, I have to give a lot of credit to Joe Scarborough. I know, shocking. Joe Scarborough, the host of Morning Joe, he did a segment about the Senate race in Michigan and how the corporate candidate Haley Stevens, he didn't call her that. That's my words. But he was saying, how she is rightfully being called out for her almost unequivocal, insane support of Israel. Again, he didn't say it was right that she be called out, but it came up that yeah, she's being called to the mat. People are taking issue with this. So Joe Scarborough goes on to drop a bunch of truth bombs on his his mainstream media audience, and he you know just tells them things that they typically aren't going to hear, like they typically do not hear on MS Now or CNN, maybe a little more on CNN, but they don't hear it from people that they trust and believe in. So what you're about to see is Scarborough basically smacking around Donnie Deutsch. He is a marketing and branding expert. How this guy ever got to be a political pundit, I don't know. But anyway, I call him Donnie Douche because he's always wrong. He always has the worst take, is always for corporate America. So check this out.
Seems to be kind of like a check. You have to. I don't know how we got here. Wherever you stand on it.
Do you really not know how we got here?
No, I really don't.
Have you not been seeing images out of Gaza for the past year? Do you really not know how we got here?
No, I don't know how we got here.
Have you not looked at the images out of Lebanon? They're flattening half of Lebanon, and none of this is working.
Thousands of people, innocent people, in Yemen, in Syria, in Sudan. Somehow Israel. And by the way, Israel war is ugly. And crappy stuff happens.
We're paying for those bombs. We're not paying for the bombs in Sudan. We have a say, or at least you would think we would have a say. But this administration and past administrations have told Israel they can do whatever they want to do. And Rahm Emanuel, a guy whose dad was there at the creation of Israel, who fought for Israel, Rahm Emanuel is saying the biggest mistake we have made is giving a guy like Benjamin Netanyahu a blank check. Look, and what has happened? Is Israel stronger today or weaker today because
I am
of
not,
what they've done
not
in
a
the past
Netanyahu
5
guy.
years?
I'm talking about what I don't understand is that when a guy gets elected in New York City, when Daria Lisa gets elected.
Wait, no. You
No.
got to answer the
I'm
question.
answering the question. I do not believe
Is Israel stronger today?
Israel is more isolated.
Because
But Israel is constantly under attack.
Because of Benjamin Netanyahu's absolutist policy.
I am not a Netanyahu guy. I feel that Israel, once again, this started when Israel got attacked. We forget that. And by the way,
Who attacked them?
who attacked Israel?
Yeah, who attacked
somebody called Hamas?
Hamas. And who funded Hamas?
Qatar.
Why did Qatar? Thank you so much. You're just walking right down that path.
Okay.
And why did Qatar fund Hamas?
Because they don't like Jews and they don't like Israel.
Because Benjamin Netanyahu 3 weeks earlier had told them to continue funding Hamas because Benjamin Netanyahu was the chief funder of Hamas
So
for years.
So Netanyahu wanted this to happen.
No, it was Benjamin Netanyahu that was having Hamas funded by Qatar. I don't know why. I've been asking this question since the horrors of October 7th. They refuse to answer. Why do they refuse to answer? I don't know why.
Netanyahu is not the right guy, and I am not a Netanyahu guy, but that Israel has become this insanely outsized issue ahead of costs, ahead of universal health care with the Democrats. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. You could say what you want about Israel, but the fact that Israel has become the number one issue, that when they elect a candidate in New York, they're not chanting free health care. They're chanting from the river to the sea.
Okay, I have to pause it right here. I'll play the rest of it for you guys, but I just have to say, this freaking idiot, like, how good could you be at your marketing job when you don't understand that these two things are related? People in America are going, I can't afford health care. I can't afford the grocery store. I can't afford gasoline. I can't afford all these things. I'm struggling. I barely know, I barely can sleep at night because I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. And yet, our country has been sending billions and billions of dollars to Israel every year for a long, long time. And we're going, why? What do we get out of it? And now Americans are looking at it and going, guess what? My gasoline prices just went up. My grocery prices just went up. Guess why? Because of a freaking war that Israel dragged us into, that Israel talked Donald Trump into launching. And then they're looking at it and going, Israel gives their people free health care, and yet we don't have a health care. We can't afford it. Or if we can afford it, we can't afford anything else because all of our paycheck is going to insurance costs. And we're filing for medical bankruptcies here. But this idiot who claims to be some marketing genius can't put two and two together. Are you freaking kidding me?
This is not Israel of 1967. This is not Israel of 1973. This is not Israel of 1993. This is not Israel of 2003. This is Israel, and I have been warning for 3 years.
I want to keep this up, guys. I'll play the rest, as I said. But look at this. Zoran Mamdani, who they keep trying to say is an anti-Semite, who, oh, he hates Jewish people. These are the favorability ratings among Jewish adults, not all Americans, Jewish adults. If you look down in the bottom left corner, you will see this is the poll. So Zoran Mamdani has a higher favorability rating than Jewish Josh Shapiro, and higher by what? 12 points. Higher favorability by 12 points than Benjamin Netanyahu. But please tell me again how, oh, Mamdani's just an anti-Semite. Nobody likes him. You know, he's screwing up. He's, everybody hates him in New York. He's such a screw up. The guy has done everything he's promised. He's followed through on everything. He is doing things for the people that our elected leaders in the Democratic Party and the Republican Party especially have never lifted a finger to even try to do. So everybody can just, shut the fuck up, miss me with that, because it is just fake. So anyway, I'll play the rest.
Now that Benjamin Netanyahu's absolutist policies were ahistorical, they ignored the fact that there is always blowback in the Middle East and that it was going to crush his support in the United States of America.
And I am horrified that innocent Gazans are getting killed. What I'm saying is that Israel, who's prosecuting a war, is under a different level of volume of attention and criticism and volume that we've never seen with any other country or religion.
Yeah, gee, I wonder why. I wonder why, Donnie Douche. Maybe it's because we are funding them, as Joe Scarborough pointed out. It's our money that is allowing them to shoot children in the face, to blow up babies, to commit a genocide on our dime. That's why. That's why. And keep in mind, he made these comments. This was just this week. This was after he's, sitting there pretending to be bewildered about the backlash against Israel within days of a sitting U.S. Congress member being held at gunpoint by illegal Israeli settlers in the West Bank. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to play a video for you of Congressman Ro Khanna. He went to the West Bank and he met with a bunch of Palestinian people. When he first got there, he is pulled over by armed Israeli settlers. Take a listen to what he said.
what we're seeing and what happened here?
We were at Zanuta village. It's a village that was destroyed by Yanon Levy and his group, extremist settlers. And we were looking at an elementary school that had been razed to the ground. Other members of Congress actually had been to that exact site. And when we were there, these violent settlers start to yell at us, curse us. They tell me and the other Americans and some of the Palestinians with us, get into our van. We get into our van and we see 21, 22-year-olds brandishing M4s, kicking our tires, wiping our windows, taking video of us. This lasts about 20, 25 minutes. Our interpreter goes out, speaks to them, and they say, we don't care that they're Americans. We don't care that there's a member of Congress. Now, the IDF comes about 20 minutes into it, and I said, okay, finally, we're going to get through, because they had blocked our van from exiting the area on the road entrance. And the IDF shockingly sides with the settlers. Now, at first, this was just my account, the security guard's account, the New York Times photographer's account. It turns out this morning, to break some news, there's actually body cameras of one of the people and video, 1 minute and 15 minutes video that just came out on X, which shows that these IDF officers were siding with the settlers and further blocked us in. And we were there 75 minutes. We had to call David Brownstein, who's the number 2 or 3 person career person at the American Embassy, who reached someone senior in the Israeli government. And finally, the police came, and then the settlers left and the IDF left. But it was a very tense situation.
So imagine that. Imagine this happening in another country. But Donnie Deutsch is saying, oh, I just don't get it. I don't understand. Why is everybody so upset at Israel? Their people are literally beating the shit out of people, holding them hostage. Americans who go over there on flotillas just to try to bring aid to Palestinians, taking them and locking them up. They beat the hell out of Chris Smalls, the Amazon guy who started the union at Amazon, because he was black. They take a sitting U.S. Congress member hostage and hold them for over an hour. I mean, an American New York Times reporter, but oh, gee, I don't understand. We are funding them. They are only in existence. They are only allowed to exist on this earth because of us. And yet our people go over there and get treated like this? Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck these Israeli settlers. Fuck Benjamin Netanyahu and anyone else who supports this bullshit. And fuck Donnie Deutsch. Seriously, this is infuriating. And beyond, what Ro Khanna went through here, he talked about the horrors of what he witnessed in Gaza. Israeli forces and settlers just murdering Palestinians at will, no accountability, no charges ever being brought against them. So yeah, Americans don't want to be a part of this. We don't want to be funding this. And the only way it can continue, like I said, is if our government, our elected leaders allow it to continue. Israel could not continue to attack their neighbors and act as the bully of the Middle East without their bigger, stronger brother, the USA, standing behind them. It wouldn't happen. And as always, begs the question, why? Why are we doing this? Why are we so willing to do anything and everything to appease Israel, to fulfill Netanyahu's wildest genocidal dreams, his greater Israel dreams? And then according to Israel's finance minister, Smotrich, Donald Trump's representatives have secretly said that basically they hate the Palestinians. They liken them or called them Nazis. Check this out. So and you don't have to take my word for it. This was just reported by Israel Nation news outlet. And Israel is an Israeli news outlet. So, according to Smotrich, shortly after Donald Trump donor and ally Steve Witkoff, his special envoy, right after he was appointed to that position, he told Smotrich in private, quote, "I will not let 2 million Nazis live next to your children along the border fence." So this is who's been entrusted to negotiate a peace agreement, not only between Israel and the Palestinians, but between the US and Iran and Israel. This is why we're living this absolute nightmare right now. This total shit show that's going on with murdering people in the Middle East and our service members getting killed. This is why. Because this is who's in charge. So, anyway, guys, there you go. Just like ignorance, hypocrisy. I don't even know. Don't even know. All right. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.